News.
Is that
news,
the news? News.
That is the news. It is news time, baby.
We totally need to put that timer up.
yeah. We came up with a great idea to actually put a timer for the intro so we can all synchronize it, but not today. Not today.
That was sensible. We're on the news.
So, this is news for the week commencing what? 9/12? September 12th? Well, technically this is last week's news, but we're showing it to you now.
Yes.
So, I'm joined, of course, by Xeno and LOZ. Yeah, with our green background. Joined by Xeno and LOZ. Shall we get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
That is the wrong tab. Hey, that's just a sneak peek for everyone, you know.
Isn't that also the wrong dimension?
That is the wrong size. Yes, it is. You are correct, sir.
See, this is what happens when you're machine blue screens. You shouldn't blue screen a machine now.
I shouldn't. It didn't even blue screen. It just completely turned off. It was weird.
Windows updates.
Oh wow, we got like a vertical thing with like
yeah.
So cool. So
I thought you said you watched the other one.
Yeah, I did.
How did you not notice it before?
I didn't. Oh, sorry, no, I didn't watch it. I listened to it.
You did the podcast.
Understandable.
Yes.
Yeah. Understandable. Completely understandable.
Right. Well, links to all these shows will, of course, be in the description. Let's get into it. Yes. On September 6th, law enforcement raided the offices of Katakawa, the home of Chairman Tsukuhiko Katakawa, and a consulting firm under the suspicion of bribery around the Tokyo Olympics.
Wow.
The charges, I know. Charges allege that Haruyuki Takahashi, who headed up the firm before becoming a member of the Olympic Committee, which then went on to hire said firm, used his connections to secure advertising positions for companies like Katakawa, who paid 70 million yen, or about 500,000 US, while funneling some of the money to himself. While Takahashi... While he denies the charges, the founder of Aoki Holdings, who is one of the other people that paid this firm, confirmed it. So, yeah, apparently he was telling people right out, you pay me money, I'll get you on advertising.
I'm siphoning some of the fun. Oh, jeez.
Yep. Totally. Oof.
Big
so that's going to be interesting to watch. Katakawa may lose its president. One other little bit of bad news. Shichiro Kobayashi, the art director for gems like Castle of Cagliostro, which is one of the Lupin movies that's done by Ghibli, passed away at 89 due to congestive heart failure. He started as a former elementary school art teacher before briefly working at Toei in 64 and then starting his own company in 68. So that's I think I found that bit more interesting. He started as an art teacher and then went into just do such amazing things like Cagliostro.
Couldn't the image change?
Oh, you are correct, sir. I have to, unfortunately, manually do this. Yeah. There he is. Yeah.
Sad news.
89's still it's a good run. That's a really
good
run.
run. No, that's a very good run. Queen died, by the way.
The Queen did die. Yeah.
Queen died, one of the Queen.
Is that in the news?
That's not in the news, because she doesn't belong in Japan. Although...
they should
maybe
do
she's
an
been
anime about the Queen.
I was going to say, maybe she's been isekai'd now, and she's over there, you know? She's been reborn as a typical nobody in Japan. So, onward. In celebration of Japan's Moon Viewing Festival, a Japanese food chain called Moss Burger has created a burger inspired by Sailor Moon that uses onsen tamago, or hot spring eggs, and a crescent-shaped sausage. They call it the Moonlight Romance in reference to the show's opening theme, Moonlight Densetsu, and the commercial, already showing on YouTube, which stars Usagi's voice actress, uses the catchphrase, in the name of the moon viewing, I will taste you. And the commercial is actually in here, but I don't think we have sound hooked up.
No, we don't have a sound, but I mean, you could at least play it or something.
Yeah.
Is that
what on earth?
What is that?
It's a burger with a round sausage. It's not a burger.
I was expecting you to just here's a patty,
like a burger patty,
but it's but it's cut into a crescent moon or something.
No.
And
it's almost like a barbecue sandwich or something.
Yeah, but
Oh
at
my
least
God.
it's interesting. Can we go back to the image? Can you just scroll up to? Yeah, there we go. Can we have a look at? Right, so just pause on some of these. Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
Yep.
I at least appreciate that there's some thought has gone into this. If you look at the way I can tell of the image, the bun has a side that is like it's one piece. It's not cut into two separate halves.
Yeah.
You can see in the side there that it's curling up. So if you clearly eat from one direction, and then you've got the very long sausage arced around.
That helps keep it in. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be going against that. So I don't. It does look weird to me, but I say like, oh God, what is that egg? But at the same time, at least I appreciate the thought of how you would eat into this and it wouldn't fall to pieces on you. Like everything would work together to hold that together as you eat through it. So I do appreciate that at the very least. It's weird as hell, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I can get behind it because it's very well thought out.
Remember
what
they said the bun is.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of special bun.
Is it a special bun? Is it?
I
mean, it seems weird to me, but at the same time, I can appreciate. That
it's Sukumi focaccia. It's focaccia.
Focaccia.
The bread. The bread is focaccia.
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 Yeah.
Focaccia.
Yeah.
Kind of hungry now.
Right. So, if you if you enjoyed that burger, you can wash it down with some sake.
What?
If you have $275 and a Titanic thirst, you can get this Attack on Titan sake set featuring Eren, Levi, Mikasa, and a Titan. Each type has its own blend. Eren is light and crisp, Mikasa is light and soft, Levi is fruity and complex, and the Titan is the same as Levi but with a lower alcohol content, which I found weird. You'd think that the Titan would have a higher alcohol content.
Nah, it's body to alcohol ratio, bigger mass, less alcohol in the blood,
No,
yeah, maybe.
More favorite characters get better than generic.
The Titan. Right. Yeah, I can't really show you the image because this image does not get it. I mean, it does. I could open it in a new tab, but it doesn't really get any bigger than that.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
It's
just the shock of it, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
They use some fancy ingredients, but I'm not going to read them out.
You want to sell better than the Game of Thrones branded alcohol they did in the last season, which was still on shelves. At Game of Thrones, like season 8, they did all these like whiskies and things, and it was just like you still see them places because they just killed. Maybe they sell better now because they've got the new season of things out, but for a long time it's like, oh, look at all this stuff on clearance because. Right.
Do you remember?
Sure.
Do you remember the Dan Aykroyd Crystal Skull?
Oh, the Crystal
vodka?
Skull. Yes. Apparently that stuff was actually really good though. Just expensive.
It was it was insanely expensive. I remember going to the corner store from my last place, and they actually had one up on like the display and everything. So it was up in the on the top shelf of all the alcohol and everything behind the counter because it was so expensive. I kind of wanted them ask them to bring it down just so I could look at it. There's no way in hell I was going to buy it, so I didn't want to ask. Yeah. But it was just like, what is this?
Yeah. I think in that case you're paying. Same with these. You're paying for the bottle rather than the actual drink, because I'm sure you can find all of these much cheaper. Yeah. Still interesting though. Right. So this one's for Xeno. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid burst forth. Chronogon Breath, Chorogon Breath. Which launched exclusively in Japan on PS4 and Switch back in March, is getting a Director's Cut edition coming to Steam this October. This version of the game, which is a side-scrolling shooter, will include personified illustrations of stage bosses from the manga's original creator, and it's described as, after receiving a cryptic email, Miss Kobayashi and her maids go to Takiya's house to investigate. There, they are mysteriously and overdramatically, let's face it, sucked into the PC. Which
is there any assets or anything that we can see on the webpage?
No, there are not.
So it's a side-scrolling shooter. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I know what I want.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any. I mean, maybe if I go to the Steam page, it might.
Boo ends.
Actually, let's do that. Why not?
Why not?
Shall we?
Okay.
Do they have actual video?
Or we've got some stills.
Oh, it's okay. So it's going to be a bullet hell, sort of like Toho or Raiden or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, I played a bit of that game that was what was it called? Nier Automata. I mean, I might be. What the hell was that?
Wait, what? Wait, this one?
Go back. Why is Toru's clothes coming off in the background?
Oh. I'm sure it's fine. And there's nothing to worry about.
Let's move on to the next story.
As long as it's not Kanna's clothes, I'm fine.
Let's move on to the next story. Oh, look, one for Loz.
We got another game. The new free-to-play shooter Gundam Evolution is set to launch on all platforms except Switch, with the Steam release coming first on September 21st, and the console's coming a couple months later. It is described as the game is a free-to-play, team-based, first-person shooter featuring 6v6 PvP combat with Evo coin currency available for real-world purchases. It will feature 12 playable units, including the RX-78-2 Gundam and the ASW G08 Gundam Barbatos. Aside from Evo coins, players can earn capital points as they play, which they can use to unlock mobile suits and cosmetic items. The game will feature 3 modes: point capture, domination, and destruction.
Yeah, so it's a first-person shooter. I think I remember showing Xeno the videos of this, because I think it's still on Dexter in it. And
was that the one that like teased Exia at the very end? And I was like, oh, this trash game, so trash. And then Exia turns up like, best Gundam game, 2022, best Gundam game.
I mean, to me, a Gundam game, I can't wait till they eventually release a third-person shooter Gundam game, which is an MMO thing where, and it's just things like, what I want to play as just a bloody GM or a Zaku. I don't want to be a Gundam.
Yeah.
Just literally several hundred people versus several hundred other people in a massive battle. I'm just, just some grunt. That's what I want to play.
Like the Star Wars Battlefront games kind of thing.
Yeah, but with Gundams.
Yeah.
The Gundams are like the special characters. They come out very rarely. Yeah, I get what you mean. But at the same time, so this is a first-person shooter, and the best model of a first-person shooter I can think of would be Titanfall, because you need that kind of movement system. You need that kind of jumping around things, and also the way it handles big robots is also good. So that's what it kind of has to live up to, because it just feels weird to me. You can't have this function like a normal first-person shooter. You just got, like.
It feels like it's going to be more of a Counter-Strike or Overwatch sort of thing.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's just the end of the video.
Because like the thing that
it's not weird.
The thing that
this is a collection of several trailers.
The thing that really gets me about this one, yes, right. The thing that really gets me about this one is that I'm pretty sure it has Turn A in it, which repulses me. God damn it. Like, I can't think of a Gundam that I hate more than Turn A. This is giving Loz opportunity to turn around. So what about this one? I'm like, nope. Still
no, I remember seeing on r/Gunpla the other day, there's like somebody just saying, why does Turn A look rubbish?
Why is Turn A just rubbish?
Just not posing, just looks rubbish,
it is rubbish.
Right. Well, it is technically one of the most powerful Gundams in all Gundam universes.
How though?
Because nanomachines, son.
Nanomachines!
Okay, should we move on to the next story?
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll give this a play. I'm sure at some point in the news I can feedback on it. That'd be good.
We'll play together.
Convince Nasuth and Tina to play it. Maybe we can make a video out of it.
Sure. I mean, I'm not super into PvP, but if I'm with a team of people that I know, that's going to be a lot easier.
The important thing is not to care about winning. It's just to have some fun with some.
Yeah, just to have fun. Yeah. So now we're on to an update to the delays from Uncle from Another World. The anime is going to start, so they're basically just going to restart it in the fall season and pretend that that's when it was supposed to come out initially. So it's going to restart on October 8th from the first episode, and episode 8, which was indefinitely delayed before, is now set to air on November 24th, assuming nothing happens before that.
I mean, did we even get episode 7?
No, I think episode 6 was the last one, yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, so Loz, for your benefit, like, we've had delay after delay when it comes to Uncle from Another World, and last week's story, which I'm sure you may have heard, was basically they were just suffering pandemic issues, And weirdly enough, this studio seems to have suffered it the worst.
The worst. Even though the rates in Japan are going down for the most part, this studio just got trashed.
That can happen if you get it comes into a close community. It can remain on surfaces for like 48 hours, depending on surface and things. So, especially if they're, if it's just
a studio, a small studio where people are like packed together. Yeah.
I think realistically, they just need to stop licking eyeballs.
Yeah.
Oh well, we'll start it again in the autumn of 2022.
It'll be our autumn anime. Right, looking ahead to 2024 already. We're not even in 2023 yet.
Jeez.
You might be happy to know that Netflix has announced that they're picking up Beastars for its final season, with the director, scriptwriter, and animation production company all returning to work on it. This early, there aren't many more details, but we'll keep an eye on it. All we know is 2024. We don't even know like a month or anything.
You see, this is funny because I was genuinely thinking, you know what? You should probably just restart Beastars from season 1 again. Just
I've actually never watched it.
Yeah, because I really enjoyed the first season. It was very Romeo and Juliet scenario and very well told story. But when it came to season 2 coming out, I just couldn't remember what the hell had happened because it felt so long between the two. So I was like, I'll just restart it. And now that you told this, I'm like, I'm gonna wait and then I'll restart it closer to the time.
Well, it's just like with Uncle from another whatever it was. I mean, like, Zeno and Nasuth told me it's good. I'm gonna have to go watch it. I'm gonna wait till next season. It's released.
Yeah.
So even further ahead, if I can get back over here, there we go. So Arifureta, which I haven't watched.
God.
From Commonplace to World's Strongest has been greenlit for its 3rd season. We don't know a year. We don't even know anything.
I don't think I finished off the 2nd season. It was okay at least in the 2nd season. Apart from when.
Zeno disagrees.
No. Okay, no. Just to explain why. Nasuth, we're gonna have to watch this with you. Okay, just as maybe not all of it, but just an example of like the first 3 episodes of this. You're like, God damn, I want more of this show in my life. Put this show in my veins. Incredible. This show is freaking amazing.
The first 3 episodes in my veins. Are so goddamn.
And then they whiz it all down they whiz it right down their leg.
It just left turns and then just like doesn't have that same drive and focus and just raw awesomeness the first 3 episodes have, and it just keeps on going. I swear it's
right off a
like,
cliff.
What? Yeah.
It's the opposite of Mushoku Tensei, where it just keeps that level of consistent
The first
quality.
few episodes are so good. They're almost, I would maybe it's hard to say, but like they could have been a Mushoku Tensei the first few episodes.
Oh, easily, right?
Yeah.
The first 3 episodes really set up this world of like, it's really brutal. It's him and his companion that are against all odds, and then all of a sudden it just flips on a dime and is now just a comedic harem series, and it's just like,
Bad.
But where's my brutal? Like, if I probably hadn't watched the first 3 episodes and just started from episode 4 onwards, I'd be fine with it. I honestly would. I wouldn't give.
If I mean like, this is just kind of generic, kind of mad. Right.
I have no idea who this is. Yeah, it's the fact that it did a complete 180 nosedive off a cliff after episode 3. I'm just like,
we'll have to watch it at least the first 4.
And I assume
Nasuth, so you can be like, wait, go back in the labyrinth. It was fun in there.
Yeah.
I assume season 2 isn't any better.
At one point, he just pulls out a giant submarine.
What?
I'm just going to leave that sentence there, and I'm just like, here's a giant submarine.
All right.
And just laughing is just enough. I'm just like, what? Yeah. He's like, it's a giant submarine now.
Okay,
all right.
Okay.
I mean a big submarine. I don't mean like a big submarine the size of a house. I mean like, we're talking like nuclear attack submarine size thing.
Oh jeez.
Like we're talking about 20,000 leagues under the sea.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about you need at least a crew of a
few
dozen
dozen
people.
A few hundred. Yes.
Yeah.
A mansion submarine.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
What's that? I'm just like, let's pull the submarine out. Let's get the submarine. It's like, what? Why did you build that?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Finally, The Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War anime is set to broadcast on October 10th, but fans at New York Comic Con will get a special screening of the first 2 episodes on October 8th. And I'm sure they'll find their way onto the internet if you want to see them before the actual official airing.
So is this basically a continuation from the series or not? I don't know.
I understand it that it's kind of ignores certain parts of like the filler end of the series, because like if I understand correctly, the Bleach anime ended before the manga did.
This is the final arc of the manga.
So this is kind of like ignore certain elements of the anime and
366 episodes for the
oh god,
anime.
there is large swathes of filler in
filler,
there.
massive.
And then a couple of 4 films and 2 OVAs.
Yeah, so
wow.
Bleach was really popular when it came out. It was like
it's one of the big 3, isn't it? Or no,
yeah, it was, but it just
it is. Yeah,
the manga was nowhere near ready to start doing it on, and so they kept putting out these arcs that were just oh god. The first one is the worst. The first filler arc is just so boring. It's called the Bounce arc. And oh my god. So then the final actual filler arc was kind of cool, and obviously that's probably going to get wiped over. Yeah, okay. So it's going to finish off the story, is it? So because I don't know. I really think this is the wrong thing to do. They could have, right? Either they've done what this. The other option would be to what's it called? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh yeah. Do it from the beginning.
Because the thing is, it's only the final arc in this, whereas that was like half the story was changed.
Yeah.
Whereas so like a lot of the stuff in the original manga the original anime is on point, and so maybe they could expand on it or just do it to higher detail, better quality. I don't know, but
okay.
Because I was starting to rewatch it. No, they really should, because I was rewatching a couple of episodes of Bleach literally last week, just randomly. It was like, I want to see this bit when this cool thing happens. And even that is like, this is a really cool thing that it fits into maybe 1 episode. And I just wanted to see this one thing happen. And it stretched over 3 episodes. And just the start and the end of each episode, like 5 minutes worth is repeated. It's just like, God damn it.
I'm all for recaps, but that's
well,
it's terrible.
It suffered massively because this was in the days where production in Japan believed that if they didn't keep it in the forefront of people's minds, it's going to get forgotten and people aren't going to watch it, which is genuinely a point of concern when it comes to a lot of things. But I feel that shows fall greater victim because of filler arcs. So people will forget things. Like, I mean, I honestly, like, Loz and I absolutely loved watching Fairy Tail, but I can tell you next to nothing of it anymore because there were filler sections, and it was just like the only bits I can remember were the very end of the first season, and that's it. And we loved it. We thought it was brilliant. We really enjoyed it.
We would joke about it all the time. We'd be hanging on the next episode, but then the filler arcs would just be annoying.
So and I think that's what happens really badly with things like Dragon Ball Z and Bleach and stuff. Like, the filler arcs pretty much really kill the enthusiasm.
Even Super had a filler arc, but although it wasn't
does Super have manga though, or is Super just?
Yes, Super does have manga. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I swear, Ultra Instinct was revealed on the anime, not in the manga.
It may have come out first, because I imagine Akira Toriyama is working really hand in hand.
Yeah.
That's my point.
He hated Dragon Ball GT and he hated the end of Z because he was tired of it. But he's like supercharged back into Super. Like, he loved Super. Yeah,
but I imagine that to be honest, the best way to do it then is just to do the. If you're going to do that, if you're going to make an anime of a thing, don't do the manga first. If you're going to start, I've done about a little bit of the manga, let's start making the anime. Either finish the manga first, then do the anime, or do the anime first and have the manga on the side. I don't know.
That's why they've waited so long to bring it back, because they've been letting the manga get ahead.
It's really difficult because, like, if you think of the production rates of manga and stuff like that, I mean, yes, if it's Shonen Jump, you have to do chapters weekly, right? But then you have to think about the consistency for, like, how many episodes can you bring out of a volume. So like Bleach, you pretty much get like one episode equals 2 chapters, right? So when they had to draw it out, so one episode was 1 chapter because they were both coming out side by side, it was really painfully slow, right? You thought like the bounce saga in Bleach was bad. You know, it's nothing compared to how they have to draw stuff out, just because the author can't go any faster without killing themselves.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. It's the old, it's the old problem. Do you wait for the manga to finish? Do you wait for it to get a few years ahead? Do you like try and get it? Like, if it's popular, they're going to want to make an anime out of it because it'll get more eyes on it.
Yep.
Yeah. Out of interest, Loz, do you know that Thousand Year Blood War is Disney Plus?
Is it?
Yeah.
That said, Summertime Rendering is also Disney Plus, and that had a lot of gruesome stuff in it.
No. That's not my point. My point is it's like stuck in another subscription platform hell.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's just the times we live in, while we've got all these different bloody platforms, and we're
just wanting them to fuck off.
Welcome back to the days of cable.
Oh God, tell me about it. Right.
So I think that's it for the news, which means we'll be signing off and see you guys in a few days on Kanpai Cast.
Yeah.
We'll see each other immediately, but you guys in the audience.
What was this? This week is Guilty Pleasures and Hidden Gems. That was it. Yeah. Cool. Right. Yeah. We'll see you guys for the next time. So we're gonna outro. We're gonna news. Do we have an
outro? Do we have news?
News.
What is news?
What is a news? This is a real pile of stories.